Okay, stream is up. They can hear us talk. If you're talking.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, the stream is up. They can hear us. Still waiting on Frabisher.
It is up, you say. Let's quickly do a quick check on the audio levels and everything then. Oh, it looks like we have got Arturo Sanchez and TrueGod up in the stream, or in the lobby. Interesting that you can see the, well, you can't see it yet because you all are looking at this awesome swag countdown timer that we've got. But if you could see, you'd see that Arturo's character is currently set to Falk. He's probably been messing around with Falk a little bit. I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah, I noticed that.
On his PC account, TrueGod on his PS4 account. I've been commentating Fighter Z for so long that for a second I panicked. I was like, wait, do these guys know that we're on PC? Do we know like to... No, thankfully we got crossplay, so it doesn't matter who's where. Hey, what's up, True Sonic? How's it going? You tuned in just in time to look at a countdown timer. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, I hope you like our updated graphics. I think this is what, the second time that we'll be using this updated intro and countdown timer since the Thunderdome?
Yeah, it's been about 3-4 times I think now. Penguin uses
Okay,
it in
gotcha.
his EU streams as well, right? So.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I'm sure everybody knows who's tuning in now, but you're going to be watching a mirror match. Well, most likely a mirror match, assuming that one of our two players doesn't just pick randos on us. Between NYC Furby, also known as TS Sabin, but you might know him best as Arturo Sanchez, and OHTrueGod. The OH stands for Ohio. Both of these players are going to be playing Dhalsim. And it's really interesting that we have another mirror match on our hands after the last exhibition was between two Fang players. They say, well, once is chance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. If we have one more mirror match for another exhibition, we're going to have to name this series the Hall of Mirrors or something like that.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, that'd be a hype name, right? The Hall of Mirrors. Just all mirror exhibition matches all the time. I hope you enjoy mirror matches. Half of us do.
Will be a lot harder to schedule for that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We'd have to find people. Okay, so we found one Laura player. What do we do with the other one?
All right, Frabisher is on his way in.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Just in time. Here comes the intro, guys. All right, guys. You know why you're here?
Up, everybody. Welcome to another new Challenger First to 10 exhibition match. Today we are going to be having another mirror match. I swear it's just a coincidence that our first two exhibition matches have been mirror matches, or maybe not, who knows. And today we're going to be having in the red corner the one, the only TS Sabin. You might know him better as Arturo Sanchez. This man has been around, an OG in the FGC ever since the Street Fighter 2 days. Along with organizations like Team Spooky, this guy has paved the way for organizations like New Challenger to exist in the first place. I have absolutely nothing but utmost respect for this man. And assuming Frab isn't here yet, I'll go ahead and just get started with the introduction for TrueGod as well. TrueGod, another Grandmaster Dhalsim player from Ohio. The OH in OHTrueGod stands for Ohio. You can catch him on his Twitch channel at OHTrueGod or on Twitter at OHTrueGod, and I believe he is sponsored by his local scene, Outer Haven Esports, Outer Haven GG, or Outer Haven, Ohio, which I don't know much about, but I might have to check that out, that scene, and see how much of a fighting game scene there is in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not sure. I think we should just have you sent the invites over to Frabosaur so we can commentate with me?
Yeah, but he's not answering. He said he is here. Sorry, I'm coming now. So he'll jump in. Gotcha. He'll jump in when he's here. So it was
Look
just
at this swag new overlay that we've got. This score counter.
I know. I like it. Shout outs to Quasimodux. Love you.
Now, of course, Quasi made that for us. Quasi our in-house. Well, I don't know, kind of in-house because we don't have a house, but on Discord, stream designer. Pretty much anything that we have on stream. If you ever think to yourself, damn, it looks good. I am not sponsored by them, but I represent as OHTrueGod. Okay, he represents Outer Haven Esports. Outhouse. I don't want to call him our outhouse. That's it's a little bit weird.
Thanks for the follow there, Art. Appreciate it. We're gonna drop down there, Mount Lover, and we'll get this going.
All right, we've got it set to first to 10 character select is on, so we don't end up with a Fog versus Dhalsim.
Thanks for the follow. I think it was Blanket something. Sorry guys, it's really small on my screen. It's
ominous, like ominous, but with the N, like if you were dyslexic.
It's really small on my screen, so it's hard to see that, guys. Sorry. And OHTrueGod is ready. Not ready.
Take as much time as you want, guys. I mean, It's not like we have to stall for another commentator to join us. I mean, we're totally ready, but you guys can take as much time as you want. All right, now let's take bets on which stage they chose. If you bet on anything but training stage, you are not a good betting man. But we'll see.
Stream chat. 1 for Sabin, 2 for TrueGod. Who's going to take this?
I would also be interested in seeing what V-Trigger these guys choose. Last I saw, Arturo has been playing around with V-Trigger 2 and showing off some really interesting stuff, and TrueGod has been playing around with V-Trigger 1, and that's... Oh, it looks like they're both going with V-Trigger 1. They're not going to be throwing out any fancy tricks at us today.
I love watching V-Trigger 2. I think it's one of the hypest V-Triggers.
V-Trigger 2 is ridiculously fun to watch.
Yeah, it's great.
Just any excuse, knock down and activate V-Trigger 2. Let's see what you can do about this ball. But here we go, jumping right into it. We got OHTrueGod repping the mummy costume, and of course Arturo Sanchez just with the default costume. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not because his PC account is level 1 and he probably hasn't unlocked any other costumes. I'm gonna say it's because he considers himself the OG Dhalsim player.
I like it. I like it.
Good reversal by TrueGod there, creating some space. Interesting that we saw the flame carpet out that early. It's the power of a 2-bar V-Trigger, barely 20 seconds into the match. Good yoga fire to swat Arturo out of the sky there. Now, what I was telling people beforehand is that I love to watch Dhalsim mirrors. You may love it or you may hate it, but I love this mirror in particular just because this matchup consists almost entirely of both characters floating around, teleporting around the screen. It is more DBZ than Dragon Ball FighterZ. OHTrueGod starting off the round the sweep.
Yeah, that's
Big
risky.
Getting the crush counter knockdown.
Not afraid to take chances, obviously.
Both our players poking each other out. Big whiff on the slide there for Arturo.
Nice punish there.
Ooh, almost perfect spacing there with the whiff punish on the EX Yoga Fire, but fell into it. Wow, the spacing on that I thought that was going to whiff. Another crush counter sweep. Neither one of our players afraid to throw that out.
Both
There we go,
rounds.
just enough damage
Very
on
close.
that forward throw to kill OHTrueGod. Arturo Sanchez taking game number 1 pretty convincingly.
Still close. Close rounds.
Nothing is more DBZ than DBZ, says Sir Sandlot. Thank you guys for the follows. All right, game number 2. Oh, this time Arturo starting off with a round start sweep. How many of those are we going to see? Good, well-placed sweeps. As soon as I say that, Arturo whiffs one, but that doesn't stop him from continuing his offense. TrueGod in the corner here. He's going to have to figure out some way to get himself out. Forward throw. There's the V reversal. Back off. And of course, in a Dhalsim mirror match, both players are going to know their frame data perfectly. Arturo challenging on that sweep.
Round 2. Fight.
Good pressure here by Arturo. Ooh, TrueGod not challenging. Finally going for the V reversal, but it is blocked.
Plus frames there.
Art working on a stun here. He just needs a couple more hits. There's one. There's two. Spends the bar just for the swag factor. That's going to be game 2 to Arturo.
Dhalsim wins.
Is TrueGod being affected by the nerves? Because I'm not going to lie, I would be affected by the nerves in a match.
Absolutely.
A match against Art. But we'll see if he starts to get his bearings and possibly get a read. There is a lot of time to make adjustments when it comes to a first to 10.
Round 1.
And we'll see what TrueGod can show us.
Oh, that was
Whiff punish
amazing.
on the standing spear. I didn't even know that interaction worked that way.
Art
Very
with those
high
instant
scale there.
kills. So nice.
Oh, yeah. Spacing immaculate out of both of these players. You can see standing just outside of that standing medium punch range. It's not easy to get Dhalsim's limbs to whip, but in the mirror match, these guys know each other's ranges to a T. Big sweep with punish there. It's gonna give. Oh no! Counter sweep. There's the crush counter. Art not letting TrueGod get away with anything resembling the tightest of pressure. Good slide underneath the Yoga Fire there.
Oh,
And of course, the Yoga Sniper to close out that round. It's always the Yoga Sniper.
Fight.
Stuff, whatever says, there's a real sense of Art being the one who's going in. And what we're seeing here is that both of these players are being equally offensive, but Art is not afraid to challenge his opponent's pressure and look for those holes, and you can do stuff like jab or even sweep or slide in the middle of that pressure to try and retake his turn. And just as soon as I say that, Art takes game number 3.
Art is really mixing it up though too. Buttons, keeping it plus with the yogas. It's really how Dhalsim should be played. I wonder if TrueGod, like you said, the nerves is hitting him.
Fight.
He definitely is respecting Art a little bit too much
Yes. Yeah. But wouldn't you?
here. I would. I absolutely would. I would let him do whatever he wants all day.
I know it's -5, but I'm still gonna not hit a button.
I mean, that's Dhalsim in a nutshell. again. Arturo with the corner positioning here. TrueGod's gonna have to figure out a way out of here. There's the V reversal. It is good. But again, there it is. Just the crouching medium kick to retake his turn. Not going to let TrueGod get any momentum started whatsoever. But TrueGod's gonna have to start recognizing that. But the question is, what's the adjustment? It's very hard for Dawson to put out very real, frame traps at his block strings like other characters can. He's no Cammy. But he's going to have to start capitalizing on those tendencies coming out of Art. Ooh, another very well-placed slide, hitting at max range there. Ooh, another sweep whiff punish there under the Yoga Fire. Art knowing exactly how to react to those. There's the Flame Carpet. We're going to unveil the mystery of Yoga today here, folks. Mistimed the Yoga Sniper. It wouldn't have killed anyways. That could have been a punish on hit. Oh, good block there on that Yoga Sniper.
Oh. Whiffs the dive kick, gets punished.
Ooh.
Dawson wins.
Art putting the stretchy hands on here. He's one game away from the halfway point. Young Art in full effect here.
Round 1. Fight.
You guys that voted 1 are starting to feel pretty good about yourselves, but do not count TrueGod out yet. Like I said, there's plenty of time for adjustment when it comes to a first to 10, so that's what we're going to see here. We're going to see TrueGod's ability to adjust in a match at this level.
Should be able to.
And here we go. TrueGod starting to get some momentum.
Nice buttons.
Here we go, crouching medium kick in a mystery of Yoga. Ooh, mistimes that setup, but it doesn't matter.
Zone.
Round up on the board for TrueGod. Art does have the meter advantage, but in this matchup in particular, that doesn't make a whole lot of difference. We've yet to see a critical art out of either one of these players. I think I've been seeing most of that meter go into EX Yoga Flames. Notice that tendency of TrueGod to jump back whenever he blocks Dawson's limbs. And we've seen in previous matches that Art knew exactly how to capitalize on that just by throwing out the right buttons to catch those jump startup frames.
What a call out there. That crouching medium punch.
Wow, Art just lands and then presses buttons. He was definitely extraordinarily minus there, but TrueGod was not able to capitalize on that restand situation. Big block on that meaty slide. Oh, another crush counter sweep. I've already lost count of how many we've seen. Good anti-air there by TrueGod. Woo. Oh no, TrueGod trying to press buttons at the wrong time. Eats that Yoga Flame. He reversals the Yoga Fire, but yeah, that is going to be baited. There we go, that was a good Yoga V reversal there. Interesting that the Flame Carpet actually does come out now. I don't remember when that was patched, but that Flame Carpet didn't always used to come out on V reversal. Yeah, a little bit closer there. TrueGod is making adjustments, but that is still going to be 5-0 in favor of Arturo Sanchez. But who knows when the ball might start to get rolling here for TrueGod's side. What up, Snuggle Waffle, Rise Up Gamers?
1 second, I'm gonna get Frabasaur in here.
Oh, hang on. Okay, we got Frabasaur going to join us on the mic. Good timing, too, the halfway mark. Give these players some time to breathe.
Sorry, players, just give us 1 second.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Frab, how's it going?
Hi,
Everybody to Frabasaur. You probably have heard of Frab, but I understand that that you wanted to give us a bit more background on TrueGod. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll just do that since they got to load up here. So yeah, David, I've known David for a couple years now. Strong player from the Midwest, which is an ever-growing scene, showing us players like Splash, and of course Rob PB, Polishina, who happens to be his girlfriend, another strong Midwest player. And yeah, he's been a Dulcim player since, as far as I know, every Street Fighter that he's played. And he's actually always been kind of on that upper cusp of wherever ranks were at the time. So, you know, like Season 1, Platinum was like the highest anybody was. But he was up there with everybody else. And then he was up there in the Diamonds, and he was up there in the Master as people were just getting there. So he's always been a very strong player. But also just kind of like a really humble dude. If you ask him, he'll tell you that he thinks he sucks. And he's got no problem to tell you exactly how to beat anything that he does. And one of the things I appreciate the most is that if he loses, he always tells you that he got beat.
That's certainly something that it's always fun to hear about a player who's mained a character for their entire lives talk about why that character sucks. Here we go. Thankfully, both of these guys have stayed on the same sides and are going with the same costumes as before, making it very easy to distinguish the two.
Yeah, I was actually worried about if they both played the same color Dulcim, it would be hard to tell apart.
Oh yeah, our last first to 10, we had two Fangs with the same costume with different colors, and it was so hard to keep track of.
Oh boy. Anyways, I think David's getting a better handle now of Arturo's tendencies. I was talking to him, and he says, I know that Arturo's much more aggressive than I am, and he usually gets the better of me because of it. And if that being the case, as you see, he's got to start to call out then Arturo's patterns. Say, like, this is when you tend to go in, and I got to make a more direct counter to, I know you're going to go in, so I got to hit you for that. And I'd like to see him be even more aggressive with that. You see a button, you know he's coming in afterwards, do a teleport. Like, go for a big punish. Let him know that, hey, I'm getting a read on you. I see what you're doing now.
All right, we're seeing TrueGod start to be get a little bit more success with those V reversals when he's trapped in the corner. We've yet to see one get baited with a throw, but he's still struggling here. Oh
my goodness, the floatiest of scrambles.
That's again Dulcim matchup in a nutshell.
I will say I'm impressed, and clearly he's from a long-time player. I haven't seen Arturo do the instant kills just always executed right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I haven't seen Arturo not get a safe, meaty slide that might even be, most of them tend to be plus, honestly. But his slides are so well spaced.
You really take for granted the kinds of technical feats that Dulcim players just have to pull off just to play Dulcim. Stuff like the instant gales and the perfectly spaced or timed slides in order to make them not be horrifically minus.
Yeah, and you see a lot of them if you guys are watching. You see so many of them come after anti-air. So Arturo will hit an anti-air into a slide that hits really late when they land, and you're like, you're not expecting the slide to hit. You're like, the dude's not even on the ground yet. And then goofily at the very end of the active frame, still catches you with that slide that holds you in place in a minus scenario. It's very impressive.
Yeah, I want you guys to focus on just exactly how Arturo reacts whenever he is caught in the block string or whenever he's on the back foot, because he's always active. He's never happy to just sit there and take his opponent's offense. He will press buttons and he will stick slides in where he thinks that he can stick slides in. And you see, even when there's no particular damage being delivered on either side of the board, he is pushing TrueGod towards the corner with everything that he does. Big punish on the round start sweep there. That's the first time we've seen that get blocked and punished.
Also, when you're up, what is he? Is he at 6-1, 6-0 now? I mean, at this point, he doesn't have a real reason to fear losing a match or to be hesitant in that pressure, right? So it's not that Arturo is being immature in his choice here. He's willing to be extremely active.
Most importantly, it's been working for him, and we've seen TrueGod being a lot more passive, and it has not been working for him. Like, you see him jumping back, and that's the most he'll do to try and escape this pressure.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. David needs to call out Arturo's pressure. Those slides, like, if you know they're coming, go for trust yourself. Go for what's actually going to punish that thing, rather than just, hoping that it doesn't hit you. Very nice air-to-air.
Good air-to-air there, taking his first game here in this set. It is now 6-1. TrueGod is starting to get his mojo.
Yeah, I think the last 3 or 4 games have been a lot better from David, a lot closer than where Arturo was running away with it earlier on. And again, he just needs to trust himself that he's picked up on the flow and the timing that Arturo wants to go with, and he needs to trust himself and do something that's going to punish that rather than just kind of like, oh, yep, there's the button. I knew it was coming, but I just blocked it.
Quick interjections to the chat. Guile mirrors are not fun. As much as I will hype up any match of Street Fighter V, Guile mirrors are not fun. I'm sorry.
There it is again, right? That meaty slide that he couldn't even jump out of. So much off of the anti-air. You see Arturo pick the right slide, right? Whether it be medium, heavy, almost always medium, but medium, heavy, or light. And he hits that thing real late in the active mode.
Good anti-air.
There it is again, yep.
The air teleport. Okay, perfectly synchronized EX Yoga Fires.
Here we go, look at see, bigger risks from David here, smacking that heavy button, going for
Arturo
more
currently with the resource advantage here.
Ooh, slick move from David.
I am a little bit disappointed that Art is not busting out the V-Trigger too. I've seen him experimenting with it before on stream, and he does pull out some impressive stuff with it.
And he is a big V-Trigger 2 snipe. No, we're just gonna gale all the way through till you die. He is a big supporter and proponent of V-Trigger 2. He talks about how he and Denka Diaz really just kind of keep going back and forth with finding out new things about it. And I guess something about the Sim mirror makes you prefer V-Trigger 1. Maybe his ability to get
about that. Because it's not like one of his V-Triggers is clearly better than the other. As a matter of fact, I don't know which one that I would pick. But I know that both of them are insane. Well, I know that the second one is fun to watch. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I think maybe Sim can more easily avoid it. And so it's harder to keep it on the screen than it is for other characters. You can't really make him block the orb as easily as you can with other people, and that's why you want the V-Trigger 1.
You'd think, though, that, the V-Trigger 2 does a great job of locking down screen real estate. When it comes to those limbs, all of a sudden, Dawson finds himself not being able to press any buttons while that's on the screen. So, I don't know. I don't know what the logic is there, but what I do know is that it is currently 7-1 here, and Arturo is 3 games away from running away with this set.
Round 1.
Let's see if TrueGod can get his momentum going again. No round start sweeps this time, but there's the sweep.
Interesting anti-air. I've seen both of them use it, that standing medium punch. Maybe it's just a slight mess up on the back medium punch.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to catch each other, or specifically Arturo's trying to catch TrueGod jumping back, because he's doing a lot of that to escape pressure.
Oof.
Ooh, the whiffed jab. TrueGod rightfully trying to take his turn after blocking that sleep, but the range was just not there. And Art's gonna take that round.
You'll notice, right? If Arturo would have anti-aired there, he probably would have done a deep slide. You see David trying to dash up and make something happen. Arturo sees that, goes, no, you're minus. You don't get that. You don't get a dash up after anti-air with Sim. Goes ahead and jabs him for the punish and closes that out.
Ooh, Art just jumping and snipering into that Yoga Fire.
Go full screen neutral, let's go.
Just a slide to make up some space.
Yeah. Oh, that was dirty. I don't know how he ended up on that side.
I didn't know I was going to turn around.
I don't know how he ended up on that side. I've never seen that before. That was incredible. Oh, that's unfortunate. This
Just the standing light kick into dash up, trying to get greedy and get a little bit more pressure off of that situation.
Ooh,
Another good jab.
That was 3 incredible anti-airs in a row by David, but he needs to... there we go. He needs to find this last hit.
Yeah, both of these guys are 100% ready for their for the other 2 instant air teleported at any time. If you don't cover yourself with a Yoga Fire, you can be damn sure these guys are going to call you out on it.
Oof. Yo, that guy, Dulcim's air pierce hits hard, man.
Perfect slides underneath those Yoga Fires. A little bit too late to get the punish, but as you can see, just like that, Arturo's making up so much space with every interaction.
Yeah, he does not let David get away. So David's got to really make these correct, maneuvers through the kind of crazy full screen Dulcim anarchy, or he's gonna get locked down again. Which is weird to say those words about Dulcim.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting to watch because these guys are teleporting and switching sides so often, and yet David is just getting cornered repeatedly over and over again. And it's just these little things that Arturo's doing in his game plan to just make up space and push his opponent towards the corner, take advantage of every situation in which TrueGod manages to jump back or something or backdash.
Yeah, and it's as you pointed out that TrueGod is always trying to run away. That's his tendency, right? He wants to make a little bit more space. And he needs to recognize that Arturo's
player.
yeah, which does. But if your opponent is always chasing down, right? He's always chasing after you, knowing that you're trying to make space. Then you got to stand still and punish the chase, right? It's really with any character in the game. If you notice that your opponent is running, then you stand or rather, your opponent is chasing you because you're running away. Stand still and punish the chase. Don't just keep running away because they're gonna.
That was a very interesting interaction with the slide beating out the standing medium punch. I think that was just barely startup frames.
Oh, it's not enough to stun.
Oh yeah, misgauged it a little bit there. Did not get the stun with the sniper and managed to get punished on hit. That's one of those.
There you go. Good read. Doesn't finish the combo though.
And the whiff punish sweeps coming out one after the other. Alright, there's the mystery of Yoga. A little bit late on the view reversal there.
Man, Arturo just plays so fast.
Wow, that round was so close.
He tends to be getting the better of these scrambles too.
Oh yeah, Arturo, Dawson comes to him so naturally that he can just play at this pace where you can barely keep up with it in your head. Good view reversal there, getting a little bit of space, making up for it.
There we go. A little counter hit confirmed there. Nice.
Good option to stay in front there with a teleport. Not giving up that screen positioning that has been the bane of his existence this set. And just like that, he's back in the corner.
Yeah, you can't dash afterward.
Oh, there we go. David finally catching on to that standing light kick, dash up, not letting Arturo get any more pressure than he needs to off of that situation, but nope. That is going to be game number 9 there for Arturo Sanchez. We are on set point here.
It's extremely frustrating to do something like block that sniper because it's so difficult to punish. You saw David tried to chase him down and get some kind of reward for blocking that opportunity, but to absolute no avail. It runs right into his foot, and that's what ends up taking the round for him.
Set point here for Arturo. I'm hoping that OHTrueGod can give us a little bit more to work with, because this set has been such a delight to watch. I would watch these guys do a first to 50, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's been
never get tired of this matchup.
The pace is very high, much higher than like a Monot mirror would be.
Oh my god, where are those Gales hitting? I think he tried to block the first one, it's crossed up, and it just mixed him up.
Yeah, so, right, the instant air gale is +2 on block, but if you try to chain 2 of them together, there's a gap. So instant air gale to instant air gale is not a real block string, but because he's +2, right, you're sitting down because you don't want to press a button because anything coming after that is going to frame trap you. So there's this mind game going on with how many times am I going to instant air gale and when am I going to go for the button or the throw.
Getting hit by the instant air gale, just teleports away because he does not want to have to block any more of those.
Oh, the mixed throw.
But there we go, you're going to have to block them all day, my friend. Arturo's not going to stop doing it until you figure out a solution.
That back crouch.
Oh, here we go, the mystery of Yoga.
Oh, not enough to kill Snipe.
Not enough to kill. Arturo trying to end it on a hype note there. That was the first CA that we saw all set.
If David can make this comeback, it'd be pretty sick.
Ooh, great blocks there by Art. He's like, I've done that enough times to know how to get.
Oh, it is minus, and he's
landing off of the anti-air and just pressing jab. My goodness, that's the second time, at least the second time that we've seen him do that. OHTrueGod just was not capitalizing on those anti-air situations, was not hitting buttons in time, and Art knew it, and he was just not afraid to press buttons when he landed there. He will do it.
It's not a matter of pressing buttons in time, right? So I mentioned it before, but Dawson cannot anti-air jab into dash up, right? He doesn't. If he dashes up, he has to block. He's minus there. He doesn't have the ability. And the difference is when you saw Arturo do it, he would do anti-air light into that meaty slide that would hold you down and give him plus frames. Where David was trying to dash under, and Art knew it was fit.
And that's another example of one of those things that that most other characters take for granted, like, oh, anti-air, it's my turn. But yeah, you've got to do that interesting timing on the meaty slide there with Dawson, and it's not as straightforward. But that was an amazing set out of both of our players. Give it up for OHTrueGod and NYC Furby, aka TS Sabin, aka young Arturo Sanchez, as he demonstrated today.
He was looking pretty young tonight.
He was looking pretty damn young. Once again, you can find these guys at their respective at NYC Furby, of course, for Arturo Sanchez, and at OHTrueGod for David here. Check these guys out. Follow them on Twitter. Follow them on Twitch. Well, I mean, you're probably already following Arturo on Twitch, but do check out OHTrueGod if you want to see some more hype Dawson action, just, when you're looking for stuff to watch. But thank you all for joining us so much. My name has been Mount Lover.
Yeah, it's Fraposaur.
Hey guys.
Yeah, and once again, shout out to Vinegar, who you can hear on the mic just right now, for organizing this whole thing. He has been doing God's work behind the scenes, trying to get everybody out here for these exhibition matches. So if you see some more big names, it's going to be Vinegar's handiwork. So thanks to Vinegar for organizing all this.
Thanks, Mount. Special thanks to Art and to OHTrueGod. Thanks for doing this for us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Alrighty, guys. See you time.